Assalamu alaikum. This video is about the disinfection of surgical mask and N95 respirator by using ultraviolet germicidal radiation source. Through this video we will see the research evidence, a commonly available UV tube and other material, some mathematics to calculate the distance and the exposure time, and making the handheld device. I use this article for the reference, and as you can see, the title is Inactivation of the Virus Containing Aerosol by the Ultraviolet Germicidal Irradiation. It was published in Aerosol Science and Technology, and as you can see in the paragraph 2 of the abstract. For airborne viruses, the UVGI dose for 90% inactivation was 339 to 423 microwatt second per centimeter square for single-stranded RNA. So we are using this value, and you can see that for all four tested, the UVGI dose for 99% inactivation was 2 times higher that of the 90% inactivation. So we will use this value for our device. This video I will show you how to make the UV disinfection lamp from this ordinary water UV sterilizer. This is available cheap, but here I got from the souk.com at the cost of about 350 Saudi Riyal, which is very high, because in other countries like in Pakistan or in India or in other countries it is 10 times less costly. It can be available at about 10 to 20 Saudi Riyal equivalent. So at the end we will show how to disinfect this N95 mask and the surgical mask. So this is the stuff that we will need. This is the lamp. I will give the specification and the detail and how to calculate the distance and the time in the second part of this video. This is a PVC pipe. This is an ordinary electrical PVC pipe. So we are not going to use the water supply pipe. We have to use this electrical pipe. As you can see that it is thin, and its diameter is about the 25 millimeter or about 1 inch, and its thickness is about the 0.8 or 0.9 millimeter. Okay, we will use this channel. This is aluminum channel. This is used to mark the this is a 2-inch aluminum channel. It's used to mark this PVC pipe, because when we need to make this window, then we may use it this channel. Okay, then we will need this aluminum foil. This is a common aluminum foil used in the kitchen. The silicone, actually it is a very big silicone tube. Actually I tried to find out the small one, but I couldn't get it. This is a 5 Riyal cost, and this is available in hardware shop. And I need a scale. This scale, you do not need to have this 90-degree scale. So a common scale of about 1 foot will be enough. There are two common sources for this light. One is the shops of aquarium. As you can see that this light is used in the disinfection of water for the fish aquarium. I tried it in the city of Hyle, but I couldn't find it in the fish shops. Also I tried to get this light from the water disinfectant filter, so that's why I asked through the souk.com. But I think that these lights can be easily available with the triple water filter sets and with the UV water filtration system. This information is written on the box, and this will give the time of exposure of this germicidal lamp that will take to kill the viruses or bacteria. So here you can see several viruses and several bacteria. Here is the bacteria and here are the viruses. Our main focus is influenza virus, so you can see that 0.3 second minimum is required to kill virus under the exposure of this germicidal lamp. So further we will calculate the distance and the time of exposure uh, to which is needed to kill the virus. Now here you can see some more specs of this light. The model is UVC309. The wattage is 9 and the length is 220 millimeter and diameter is 20 millimeter. This 20 millimeter diameter will be used to calculate the size of the aluminum reflector. So the wavelength of this UV light is 254 nanometer, and here you can see the power of this UV light in microwatt per square centimeter. So we will use this information to calculate the distance and the time of exposure of the UV light. Now here we will use some mathematics to find out the time and the distance of the exposure. Stranded RNA virus. It requires 339 to 423 microwatt second per centimeter square of energy, whereas the single stranded DNA virus requires 444 to 494 microwatt second per centimeter square, and the double stranded RNA virus requires 662 to 863 microwatt second per centimeter square, and the double stranded DNA virus that requires 910 to 1196 microwatt second per centimeter square. These all figures or this all quantity or the intensity is required to kill 90% of organisms, and in order to kill the 99% we have to double that exposure. Our main interest for time being is coronavirus, and the coronavirus is a single stranded RNA virus. So in that case we need 339 to 423 microwatt second per centimeter square of exposure. So let's make it simple. So the given values according to the inverse square law, I1 upon I2. This is intensity 1 and intensity 2 is equal to distance 2 square upon distance 1 square. Now here we are putting the values in this formula. I1 is equal to 20 microwatt per square centimeter, and if we take the exposure to 1 second, then it means that we are using the 20 microwatt second per centimeter square. I2 is what we need to know. D1 is 1 meter as written in the specs, and we are using, or we are converting it to the centimeter, so it will be equal to the 100 centimeter. And D2, it is our intended distance where we will keep our handheld device. It is approximately equal to the 4 inch, but we will use the 10 centimeter value in the formula because we are using the 10 centimeter 100 centimeter value for the D1. Our value of X, I2, is equal to 2000 microwatt second per centimeter square. Here is the conclusion that the I2, that is the X, is a 2000 microwatt second per square centimeter. It is the 5 times the intensity required to kill the 90% of the virus. So the result is, as you can see, we can use it at a distance of 10 centimeter, that is 4 inch, for half second to kill 99% of viruses. This is the aluminum foil which I cut it from this sheet. So, and it should be at the size of the tube. The length should be of the size of the tube, but it should not cover the whole tube. There should be a gap of about 8 millimeter. This is in order to protect the PVC pipe and also allow ourselves not to become exposed to the stray UV light. Now you can see I have pasted the foil on this tube with the silicone, and I have put the tape here and here at each corner just to keep it in place. Now I will put this tube inside this PVC pipe, in which you can see I have made the window. I have used the hot knife with the help of this channel to keep it here. I cut it from here, from one side, and then I use other side. As you can see, you can adjust the size of this window according to the size of this glass tube. So it is approximately the same size of this tube, and you have to keep about a few inches extra to make it handle of this tube, because in this condition you cannot use it directly because there is no grip and there is a chance of exposure to the UV light. So you need some extra handle in this PVC pipe. Now I will try to insert this tube. Now you can see the tube is fixed inside this PVC pipe. So if you want to keep it secure, you can put some extra glue here. But if it is, you have put the enough sleeve around the tube, a soft sleeve, then it will be remain fixed. As you can see that there is also the aluminum foil that is covering the tube. This is for the reflection and protecting you, and this is the PVC covering. And now I will test. But before doing this, whenever we try to disinfect some mask, we have to keep like that. I mean, the reflection will be go outward. So it should not be straight, it should be outward. And it is better to wear some plastic face shield, or your glasses, or normal glasses will be fine, but it is better to wear the face shield if you have it. Now it's time to do the disinfection of this N95 mask. As you can see that I am wearing the gloves now, because this is to protect the skin, because this UV light, even if they reflect, it can be dangerous. So it is better to avoid the exposure. Secondly, we have to put the surgical mask, the N95 mask, like this elastic band extended, open, and first we will do the upper surface. As I have said that 0.5 second was enough, so I used and move it around all the sides. So we can do it one more time. If you want to disinfect this surgical mask, then we have to remove these creases first. You have to be sure that all surfaces are covered. That's all.